Hey everyone, it is November 17th, 2020, and while everybody was hoarding toilet paper, I'm once again hoarding my favorite lockdown currency, baking chocolate. I actually think baking chocolate has quite a few attributes of a good currency. It's highly divisible, of course. It's fungible, especially if you get baking chocolate, right? Stuff with additives might not be nearly as fungible. The only thing it's not is durable, right? It's not going to last forever. But if you're dealing with a crisis that might last a few years, it's the perfect currency, right? And I'm a little bit disappointed that last time when we locked down, I didn't get to use this currency. I look forward to having a situation where I get to use an alternative currency. I really do, because that's one aspect of life that I've never gotten to enjoy, if you will. But I'm really excited about this current lockdown because there are a few other things that I still want to do with my lifestyle. I talked about this in the last video. It's a lot easier for me to change my lifestyle when I can do it in isolation from everything else chugging away in life, right? And then finally, when we do go back to social life, I can maintain it, right? One resolution I made halfway through this year, earlier in the year, I made a resolution to normalize my relationship with food, and I now make it a rule to never mix eating with work. When I go to the workplace or when I work remotely, I put the food away because it has caused me a lot of strife in the past. I talked about how I lost a job because I couldn't wait to get out to lunch, and my boss went on and 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 on. Like the conversation would literally be on the verge of closing, and then there'd be more, and it made me very uncomfortable. In retrospect, I should have also spoken up and said, I think, can we come back to this? I had some personal things I wanted to do. In retrospect, that would have been a lot more preferable to what actually happened, right? But at the same time, if I just put some distance in between my eating and my work life, I call it putting social distance between food and work, it would have been a lot more pleasant to deal with, right? We all have different sections of our lives. The only trouble is now I have to tell people that I prefer to put distance between food and work. People like it once they realize it because I'm also more focused at work. It's just that some people just find it so important that they have to intrude on. Everybody's like, oh my god, you don't eat at work, ha ha ha. Some people literally have a personality problem. Well, it's the whole people have a hard time breaking the status quo. I don't mean to pick on anybody for doing this, but I don't eat at work. Just accept it. Okay. So I hope to make some changes, more changes in my lifestyle. So I'm really pleased to have this opportunity. I think if everybody can do this, right, use this lockdown opportunity as a chance to adjust lifestyles. Yeah, we lost a few people to COVID, but we might save even more lives, right? Unfortunately, a lot of people are using this as an opportunity to really sin, right? They're using it as an opportunity to binge watch their favorite fake TV, right? We call it reality TV, but it's really fake TV, right? They're using it as an opportunity to get high, to get drunk. I'd rather be getting high on life, right? I look forward to I get to work remotely again. Unfortunately, I'm kind of held up because my car is being repaired at the moment, but as soon as that's done with, I'm heading back to the Rockies. What else is going on? Well, another thing I like is that, I get to work remotely, so I don't have to be in the Seattle area. The unfortunate thing is that we didn't reopen our national borders, right? That would be a pipe dream, right? Our national borders reopen, and I still get to work remotely, and I get to live somewhere much less expensive, and take what I save for my living expenses. And right now, platinum's a really good deal. I hope to accumulate more. but unfortunately, I'm stuck in the United States. Although the Rockies is a little bit less expensive than here in Seattle, so that's at least part of it, right? I was hoping to go to Warsaw. Another thing I like about this lockdown is that it's kind of forced anything that was weak to get dissolved, right? People who were in jobs they didn't love in the first place, they might find their dream jobs. People who were in relationships that didn't make sense, it will dissolve that away, right? I hope we can come out stronger, right? We talk about investments going into stronger hands. I want social relationships to end up in stronger hands too, right? And I think COVID might just force that hand. I hope. See, I use this as an opportunity a lot more than your average Joe, which is what causes me to be disappointed every time we run into a situation like this, right? Obviously, Christmas will have a whole new meaning to it. I look forward to that. I don't usually celebrate Christmas. I look forward to when we finally reopen for good, right? When people start to be... I don't think we're going to have a vaccine, at least not a safe and effective one, but I think over time, people will develop healthier lifestyles. I hope. Obviously, I keep using the COVID as an opportunity, and when I talk to people, sometimes it causes a little bit of strife, because all they're seeing is that people are dying left and right. Oh my God, they're going home to binge drink, and they're dying inside as well, not only from COVID, but from all the other things that they're doing to cope with COVID. And here I am using this as an opportunity to connect more with people, and to write a number of computer games, learn more computer science. What else? It changed my healthy lifestyle, and use it as an opportunity to live somewhere else. Sometimes it really annoys people when they hear that, but the reality is they could be doing it too. That's the thing, right? But I'm trying to be optimistic. I hope we continue to stay safe, right? I obviously hope we reopen things, but I hope we keep social distancing. I really do. When we do go back inside, it's good to have some personal space. I remember before COVID, you used to have to be careful when you were entering any kind of password or PIN number, and that somebody could see you. And now that threat has kind of disappeared, right? I don't know why we ever allowed it to be a problem in the first place, right? If anything, we should have had social distancing long before COVID, or there's a lot of good reasons for it, right? I have food allergies, and I often have to be careful about somebody who's eating something really dusty if they spread it everywhere, right? See, I don't see why we didn't have some... Even before COVID, it was common knowledge that it's a good idea to wash your hands, right? It was common knowledge that... So I live in Seattle, where there's a lot of smoking bans, but even when I go to Montana where there's not, people realize that not everybody likes to be around smoke. Some people have allergies to it. You don't smoke around children. See, that was common knowledge, but here in the US, a good percentage of Americans have food allergies. I believe if you combine all of them, it's close to 50%. And yet there's no common knowledge that, keep your food to your area, don't dust off your hands everywhere, maybe even keep some social distance. I don't know why, but I hope COVID will make us more conscious about that. I find that when I tell people, could you please keep your food neat, it's been a lot more accepted since COVID than before. I don't know how long that will last. I hope forever, but eventually I think people are going to start to have healthier lifestyles. And what I look forward to is that when we go back to social life, I want to get better at actually relaxing. See, I used to laugh at my friends for wanting to go on vacation in Las Vegas or New Orleans because noise would really bother me. But I hope to adapt to that after this is all done with, now that I've kind of missed out on that. And hopefully I'll take a vacation to Las Vegas. I really look forward to that as soon as it is safe to do, because I often don't fit in with the others because I can't do stuff like that. And obviously, this whole COVID situation has taught us how important every connection is, right? And the more I can be accepting of different environments, the better, right? Anyways, some thoughts about the next lockdown. I look forward to it. I look forward to growing during this time period. Like, I grew a lot during the first lockdown. We were locked down at this level for about 2 months back in March through about May. And I hope to grow again. Thanks for watching.